remain on the scene of a death investigation here in Evansville. We'll have the latest.
The Rock County Sheriff says a man they have in custody told them they'd find a missing woman's remains on the Evansville property. Good evening. I'm Eric Franke.
And I'm Michelle Lee. Those remains were recovered over the weekend. News 3's Jessica Arp is back from Rock County with the new details of this investigation.
Well, I actually spoke just within the last hour to the fiance of 29-year-old Nathan Middleton, who is being held as a person of interest in this case. His fiance says she wasn't aware of 18-year-old Aprina Paul ever being in their home until Middleton confessed to her last week that he burned Paul's body on a bonfire in their yard, a story Middleton also told investigators.
We found that within a short amount of time that there was in fact bones within the burn pit.
Rock County investigators descended on a rural Evansville home over the weekend and now say they were led there by a confession from 29-year-old Nathan Middleton, who allegedly said the remains of 18-year-old Aprina Paul of Fitchburg were in a burn pit.
We do know that even from the statements that Mr. Middleton gave, that we do know that they met through the internet, and that the relationship was brief in nature. This wasn't something that was long-term, that they had just recently met. And so we're trying to confirm whether or not that is the case.
Investigators say they seized computer equipment from the home and are still looking for Paul's cell phone, but they won't say whether she was murdered or simply died while she was with Middleton, and plan to ask him more questions.
Obviously, I would tell you that it's concerning that anytime that someone goes to the length of burning a human body in a fire pit is not the normal response for anybody that is has a health condition or passes on in your company. So that in itself for us is very troubling.
The coroner will soon send bone fragments to a firm in Chicago to confirm they are in fact Aprina Paul.
We are going to, do everything we can at the sheriff's office and the coroner's office to bring some justice to this family and some, hopefully some closure so that they can grieve appropriately and move on with their lives.
Paul's family did not immediately respond to our request for comment today. The sheriff says Middleton, though, will remain in jail on a probation hold while the investigation continues. At this point, he's not officially charged with any other crime.
Okay, and of course, a story we will keep following. Thank you, Jessica.